CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
CMC. Yes, yes, Dr. Time has come.
Yes, yes, yes. The time has come for us to contribute to transforming Liberia. We want to welcome all of you, no matter where you are. I always like to consider, people who are in Liberia driving from one county to the other. Maybe you're driving from Cape Mount to Montserrat this time around. Cape Mount, the home of my ancestors. Or perhaps you're in the US and you are working at a group home or at a hospital, or you're just working the night shift. Maybe you could be at a university staying up late grading paper. I want to welcome you. This is the place where we're going to do some critical thinking, providing you with some constructive feedback in the way that CMC can contribute to bringing changes to Liberia. I particularly will tell you that I'm attracted to CMC because of its women's leadership. I love their different lens, the combination of bringing the synergy that women and men bring to the table, as opposed to hearing one side, one group of people, one gender. So I'd like again to welcome you to CMC. Madam Grace Gore, I jump in front of you, but
Yeah, it's okay, Doc. Sometimes that's why that's where you get the diversity and the different ways of doing things. Sometimes I will lead to say, introduce the program. Sometimes you will come in. The other day, Henry and I came in from the studio, so we have to do that. That's what leadership is all about. And we all are leaders in our own rights. But I would like to welcome everybody to the Political Lodge, TPL. And my name is Grace Koa. And this platform, we talk about social issues concerning Liberia and Liberia diaspora. We talk about political issues, and we also push CMC agenda. This is the reason why this platform was built. And it's always good to be here. We are streaming on social media, 2 different pages, Dr. Francine page. We also streaming on Citizens Movement for Change page. We're streaming on YouTube as well. and we are broadcasting in Liberia on the True FM, wheresoever True FM is being listened to. So it's always good to be here. We want to say welcome to our listening audience. If you're watching us, please share the video, share the show, invite your friends because we're going to be talking a lot tonight. It's going to be packed today. It's Thursday, um, Thursday, June 12th, June 12th, Thursday, 2025. So this show is going to be packed with information, and just join us and let's dialogue on the comments session. We also have callers calling in from Liberia. That's the beautiful part of the whole thing, because we all want to interact and get to each other views on things that is unfolding in our country. So it's nice to be here always. And so you're in the studio. You can come and introduce yourself so we can start the show. We can't hear you, Ansu.
Again, I said thanks to you and
Ansu, you're going off again. You're going off.
We can't hear you.
welcome to the show. We are here for now, straight up to 1:30. That is 1:30 a.m. Liberia time. So I'm here, and good to be sitting with these two giants. When it comes to it's very difficult to see females into the politics, especially Liberia politics. But Dr. Regency and Madam Griggs looking at their country back home, we just want to sit back and just allow things to just pass over them. They are fully involved, and everything that happening back home, they are also part of it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ansu, for your introduction. A lot of stuff has been going on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, so a lot of things have been going on in Liberia. We have to maybe do everything, every segment in at least 15 minutes so we can get to where we want to be at, especially concerning the conversation. So a lot of things have been going like, but one of the most important things for us is that our political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, was on the OKFM today, and he said a lot of things concerning CMC is in the chat room. I would like Ansu Henry to play that so we can listen about all the goodness good things that are coming, for CMC he had to say, so we can dissect that quickly because CMC is moving. We are moving. But CMC is growing like very, they're growing a lot. They're getting big. Also in the diaspora, we are growing. I think I have some list of people I need to add to the chat room. I just didn't have the time to add them today because we are preparing for our Minnesota introduction and installation program. So it's a lot of work behind the scenes. So I was busy doing that, and also my regular livelihood. I have to live and doing things for myself, and so I couldn't. I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Yes.
Yes, it's a lot of work, like you said. Our personal balancing our personal life, CMC life, work life, sometimes can be challenging. I think that's what Madam Grace was trying to do, because
that's what I'm trying to say. Actually, thank you, Doc, and I want to congratulate myself because Doc, I think she forgot.
Yes, no, I did not forget. I was just waiting for you to give me the opportunity. Yes, you can congratulate yourself, but I also want everyone to know that today, Madam Grace received a wonderful, wonderful certificate in the mail, something that we should be proud of her of. A lot of times we don't give, I believe in giving people their flowers while they're alive. So please give me the honor to do this to you, okay? From the Pennsylvania State University. Now, Pennsylvania State University is no small backdoor Jade type university, okay? It is one of the biggest. Well, Kaya in front of us. Okay, thank you. You can't do this when I'm speaking about Madam Grace's accomplishment, please. It is one of the biggest university in Liberia. I know, I mean, in the United States, I know because I'm in the era of academia. I know how to respect anyone who comes from the University of Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State University. Anybody who comes from the Pennsylvania State University, you automatically sort of get your foot in the door because you know that they have rigorous learning environment there. Madam Grace today she was certified that Grace Renell Gore has successfully completed the requirements for the graduate certificate. We're talking about undergraduate. We're not talking about associate certificate. We talk about graduate certificate in labor and employment law. So if you want to know anything about labor, when you hear her talking about labor and employment law, she knows what she's talking about because this woman sat in classes, went to conferences, had to defend documents and papers about this subject matter. Okay. So she knows what she's talking about. And if you have any questions, she probably charge you, but about labor and employment law, contact her. And this came from J. Jeffrey and Anne Marie Fox Graduate School. And this was awarded to her in May 2025. This was signed by Levon T. Easter and Clarence Young. I think that's King. That's his name. So this is typically how a certificate of work is written. It comes from the School of Jeffrey and Anne Marie Fox Graduate School. For those of you who want to know more about that, know more about the school, we are open and transparent here. I'm excited with this. So I'm actually asking you because I know that I'm back to work. So you can go and read into it. So Grace, I just want to tell you, I've played around a little bit. Congratulations. This was hard work. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of your success. With everything else that's going on, you are able to pull this up, not only for you, but for Liberia as well. So thank you so much for this certificate. She's in school. Let me just tell you that too. This is just the beginning. You'll hear more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Doc. I feel so good about myself to tell you the truth. It's been a lot. People don't understand. Academics in America is no joke. For you to pull it off is a lot. So I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. And coming next year spring, I will be hitting the highest. So then we'll come back here again. But right now, I feel good about myself. Thank you, Doc, for the congratulations. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, but y'all got the video now.
So join me in congratulating Madam Grace. Please do on the show if you're in the comment section. I'm sharing the show as well. So please come on and let's rock and roll in terms of what's good for Liberia and the different topics that we'll be sharing with you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. So y'all got the video with the PR speaking in on OKFM talking about CMC. So we can talk quickly about that and then we'll move forward to the different topics that we have to discuss today. Or the PL, I think I tried to, y'all got the video, right? Okay. So, but if you don't have the video now, I think we should go to the video where you have, because I did record that one. Let me see if I can send that video to you. You're supposed to do this behind the scene. But today, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete was talking about CMC. He said a lot when it came to, okay, I think they have it. When it came to the structure of CMC. So, you don't have the volume.
No, sir, much of volume.
He said a lot when it came to what is going on behind the scenes for CMC, about the leadership and the things that are going on. Yeah, we can hear it, Henry. We cannot hear it. We're not hearing it. So
our IT person in the back, we're not hearing the IT specialist.
The IT person now doing their job. Oh, my people, you come.
I wanted to say that. Oh, so when we talking, we got an inside joke. When we be talking about things here, the IT person can come and start telling us. So
Yeah, so that what we saying.
that what we're saying. So you just bear with us. Our IT person working. He's seriously working. I waiting.
Yeah, but on Babylon that he talked about the formation of CNC, and he talked about his okay. Yeah, it's very low. Um, yeah, but here is still now the volume is now on. I'm trying to see if I can send you a clip because I did clip it. So I'm trying to send you a clip. But he talked about everything concerning CMC and the formation has everything going on right now. CMC is 3 months and some few days old, and we already have all our district chairs into place. People that are leading those districts about to receive their class and their gears to start to work and go into the different areas that is supposed to be put into to make sure that they tell the people exactly about the party and also present the situation they have in the country right now and think about in 2029 what they want to be changed, within the country. So he talked about that. He also talked about uh, uh, the different programs that we have coming up. He talked about the app that's supposed to be launched very soon, for people to be able to register because most people want to attend. Myself too. When I go somewhere, say they ask me, you CNC person, I say, yeah, I show my ID card. Because there will come a time on this platform, all the people that can call in for that $5, we making CMC people to benefit first. So you call with ID, remember CMC? You say, yeah, I will just go in my database, run my phone, because you remember I will be having the information. It's just easy that data. So you say, remember your CNC, you say, yeah, I say, okay, me go in my phone, I see your number, your name, bloop. Then you call the number, we send you yourself because we want our people to benefit first. And then when it comes to scholarships that we'll be giving out, when we go to Liberia, when we carry things for projects, we're making sure that our CMC people benefit first, before anybody else. It's just the right thing to do, although we'll be helping the country as a whole, but when you have people in the organization, these people have to be put first before anything. So that's the reason why our identity is always very important. And we're looking forward to it coming out so people can have their ID soon. And I'm also looking forward so I can be showing in fact, when I come here, I will put my ID on before they show my ID on my neck so you can see it. Yeah. So these are the things that he talked about that have been worked on. And we are looking forward to that. I just sent you the video in the chat room. It's coming up. Maybe you can use that one and play. I clip it. So you can use the clip one and just play it so the people can listen to him themselves. He had a lot of things to say, at least for a good 5 minutes. So I really want them to hear from the horse's mouth, exactly what he was saying. Also, do you see the video in the chat room? Yeah. Ansu? I just put a video in the chat room, so maybe you can play. Good evening. But before, while they're looking for it, we'll start welcoming people on the feed. So we'd like to welcome E. Solomon Dway. Let me wear my glasses here. E. Solomon, I want to spot nobody near today. E. Solomon Dway. He said, "Wow, I am watching from Mali Mapti region, Bondu village." We say welcome to Fofana M. Alassani Zedien. Good job. We would like to welcome Soiree, Sheikh Soiree. Also, we'd like to welcome Aliu Kamara. We'd like to welcome BN Morris Koko. We'd like to welcome Amilaba Pale. Dr. Richardson, how are you and the rest of your panelists? We are doing great. Dr. Richardson, how are you?
I'm doing well, very well. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. We'd like to welcome Otello Dillon. We'd also like to welcome Maurice Belete. He said, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete is a notable figure in Liberian politics and business. He has made significant contribution in various capacities, including his role as a member of the National Legislature. Belete has been involved in advocating for political reform and has voiced his opinion on key national issues such as governance, economic development, social justice, and as a businessman, he has also played a role in promoting economic opportunities, particularly in the sector of agriculture. And then I can read from them. So we'd like to welcome James Yogi. Mr. Yogi, welcome, Chairman. He is the chairman for the Citizen Movement for Change in Liberia, and he's always here making sure he supports us on the platform. We'd like to welcome you, Chairman. Thank you for being here. He said,
Can't wait for you to join us here again.
yeah, we want you to come on screen one day. He said, as a national chairman of the CMC, I extend my heartfelt appreciation of my Grace Goa and Dr. Richardson and Ansu for your unwavering commitment, exemplary partnership, your dedication to continue to strengthen our collective mission and inspire us all. We would like to thank you too for your great leadership, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We'd like to welcome Sylvester Sandy Carter. The mighty CMC is the next ruling party. Take it to the bank and cash a check. I don't want to cash a check there. We'd like to welcome Morris Belete. He says CMC we move. We'd like to welcome Kita Paspa Kita. CMC we move. We'd like to welcome Sebastian William, following from Barnersville. We'd like to welcome Rochelle Brenda Richardson. Congratulations, Chris. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much, Rochelle. I appreciate it. We'd like to welcome P. Spencer Glay. I am watching from Kanta City, Nima County. We'd like to welcome Sophie Blamo is watching. We'd like to welcome J. Victor Nangbe. He is the chairman for CMC Northeast Region USA Diaspora. Welcome, Mr. Nangbe. Chairman Nangbe, welcome, sir. We'd like to welcome. We're supposed to see Chairman Nangbe on Saturday, Doc. We're supposed to see on Saturday. We have to have some kind of brunch after we do the work that we got to go do.
I also thank you for your unwavering support. We see you here all the time when we're on, and thank you for your support just by participating in the comment section. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'd like to welcome John Doe Jr. He said, congratulations, Chris. Thank you, sir. I the one did that.
Yes, you believe you did that.
I did that.
That's a certificate in law and employment.
Yes, I did that. We'd like to welcome.
Certificate. Thank you for correcting me. A graduate level certificate. Okay, it's not easy to obtain.
Yeah. We'd like to welcome Mo Konete. He says CMC with the blue hat. We'd like to welcome William Johnson. Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon, William. How are you? We'd like to welcome Titus Gadarick William Sr., following from Rabat, Morocco. Oh, yeah, you all the way in Morocco. Thank you so much for following, Ivan. We'd like to welcome Musa Fadouana. Hello, everyone. We'd like to welcome Simon Nagbo. He says CMC, whatsoever percentage you put it, by the end of the day, you will see us sitting down. We'll change that bro for the better. We'd like to welcome A.B. Jabate. Okay, you can play now. When you put the volume on, just let me know. We welcome Andrew Prince Carr, watching from Lookington Resto. Oh, yeah, Lookington.
Yeah.
I play so go power killer with it. I want to discuss any killer with it. That's it. I can discuss any killer with it.
Yeah. You still find killer with it, yo.
You reminiscing about looking tiny house.
Yeah. I used to go Papa killer with it to that restaurant. Smoke killer with it. I used to very fried. I think you get. Well, and the plenty color, the fried fish. Every in the evening, man. You buy that thing that I want dinner now.
Yeah,
I can't sit down table for dinner. Like, bro, no sitting
right. Dinner got a different feeling over here. Gotta be talking.
We'd like to welcome Playa. I'm following from Marshall RIA Highway. Thank you, Pla. CMC is the way forward. Lee Johnson, welcome. He said that. We'd like to welcome Darius Topa. I am watching live from Kanta, Nima County tonight. Thank you, Darius, for watching. And we'd like to welcome Lee Johnson. Also, Ibrahim N.P. Tangbe, watching you guys from Soul Clinic Community. Thank you, Ibrahim, for watching. Andrew Prince Carr, would like to welcome him. He said right now that Kobo take over looking town rest. You see that Kobo took over. Oh, but he got what can with it again? What kind of thing is this? So when I come, how will come by my kid with it?
We'll come find her. We'll go there and find her.
Now you better tell the people how my kid with it won't go to that in December. Eh?
Yeah, they got to have that kid with it. That we coming for.
What my kid with it?
That's an expensive kid with it.
Yeah, what my kid with it. But you know, there has been since I'm doing working on a PR video. Okay, you got it now.
Are in that space where they're looking for something different.
Yes,
Honestly,
we are on course.
whether we agree on the radio or not, that is the fact. Then they wish they had something else. CMC is more or less here to provide that different thing. At the same time, caring for them. At the same time, looking after them in whatever way we can. Um, and you will see it in our party structure. We're making a big move in Magibi, a really big move. Um, the Women Congress chair is from Magibi.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, Madam Alice Besa.
Yes.
Yes.
I think she contested before.
Yes, and she has extensive outreach among the women in Liberia. And Magibi is a camera of Maserado. So most of what you find in other counties, you don't find it in Magibi. So we're glad to be there. And we'll push. What is sad is that we will also realize that Magibi is no different from any other country in lacking behind in basic needs of the people.
But what difference do you think this CMC could bring about, in the context of developments throughout the country, political leadership, the way you do your own party structure, and all? What difference?
Everything. Number one, this is a party.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a political party that is operating completely differently. Number one, our structure is different. Our approach to development, and our approach to politicking is different. We're not like other parties just go around, dividing t-shirts. Well, we do have a lot of t-shirts coming, but that's not a priority. The CMC looks to do things for the communities now. We're not going around begging for people to join and then later on give us power and then before we do things. We're engaged in development as we go across the country. In Magibi, our engineers have already started, the preliminary work on the road there, and with our engineers are already. If we've cleared ground for a high school, I think District 5 or Nyawale. They say Nyawale,
Nyafole?
Nyawale.
Around the Wiala area?
Correct.
Okay.
So we're building a high school in there. We've already cleared the ground. The engineers are currently designing to do the BOQ, and that construction will start. And the reason why we do that, so that we don't look,
A request from the people?
Yes. When Senator Maggie carried me there, and the people came and say our biggest problem here is our children, when they finish NAVRE, nothing. They're going back on the farm because they cannot afford to live in the cities. And we're losing out our future. It was really heart wrenching. So we decided to do that, and that's what we're doing in Bon County. You're here, in the next couple of days. We have something very big.
So that's your mentality. Do before you talk.
Yes, so that in 2 years, in 3 years, CMC will be pointing at its marks across the country instead of parties that have been here, the legacies, you can find it. We don't want to be like that. We want to reach out to Liberian people. We want to reach out to the professional. We are building the largest diaspora network that can ever be built, and we're doing it systematically.
From where are you getting all these monies? You are just a newly established political party, Belete, the CMC?
Well, I'm grateful to God. Whatever little He gave me, my passion is what I spend it for. You know, life is like that, Clarence. When you work hard, you make money. What makes you happy is what you do. Have fun, happiness in changing other people's life.
Except that when you attempt to do that now, it becomes a belated thing. You become the loudest the loudest political voice in the party. You know, everything is about you. You become the most influential now because you are the financiers.
Well, that doesn't that's not a problem. I mean, somebody has to take up the mantle. Somebody has to make the sacrifice. Somebody has to go into their personal revenue to make the party grow for a Liberian people to see it. Someone has to do that. Compare that to going to foreigners, going to business people, collecting money from them so that tomorrow they can influence your decision. That's the difference.
I don't see your party headquarters in Monrovia. Where do you have it?
Oh, it's at Sophie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Again, that's our property. We used to have the Builder Development Foundation there.
Okay.
So it's where we are now. Meanwhile, we are constructing the headquarters for TMC.
What? You
Yeah.
constructing headquarters?
Yeah.
In Monrovia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Right behind, right around where LACC used to be. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, we are, moving in a way that, and we are happy. The number of people that are coming towards the CNC in the next 2 months, you'll begin to hear. I don't want to preempt anything, but the party is growing. And we intend to make CNC where it ought to be. We intend to also allow people to participate in the party, because as I see it, most of the time in Liberia, political parties' decisions are made at the top. CMC is different. We have regional bodies, we have even district bodies, we have county bodies. We're also prepping right now to spread out our infrastructures, our operational materials, t-shirts coming. But the most important thing that will be coming at the end of this month will be our app. For the first time in Liberian politics, a political party will run an app that you can sit in your house and become a member of the party. It's so good. The diaspora community will enjoy it most. Those with phone, internet. I mean, even when we are coming to your community, will know, because once you register, the party is not registered based on tribe or religion. We don't ask those questions when we are registering you. We want to know whether you are Liberian. We want to know your age. We want to know where you were born and what district you are in. And that's it. Once we have those information, we verify it, and you click the button that say, I am ready to be a member of the party, and then we'll prepare your membership certificate. So when you become a member, you'll be certified. So we're doing a lot of things differently. We're getting, for instance, everybody to understand that we all have to contribute to this party. Liberia is in trouble. We cannot be a party that will just sit, and so many things are going on wrong, not just with the government, with people mentality, with development idea. So Clarence, what we want to do, we want to operate differently. Like right now, our focus, Magibi, Bon, Lofa, and then the Western Belt.
Why are you targeting these counties?
When we're registering the party, we went across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Those areas show more enthusiasm for the party. Very, very. The reception we got from Western Liberia was amazing. So we're going there, we're doing a lot of things there. A lot.
Western Liberia.
Yeah. We are, for instance, this weekend, our mission is going to Cape Mount.
This weekend?
Yeah, we've committed to the two ladies from Cape Mount. They show us some roles there. Representative
Senator Deba Vapla and
no, Representative
Masale and Feka.
And Feka. And
they are members of your party?
No. Okay. But these are my colleagues, people that I respect. And since we're going in the Western Belt, we thought to make our.
Are they members of any political party? That you know?
Yes, they are.
It seems you. But why are you taking this kind of risk? They're not members of your party.
Well, we're in,
and you're moving in.
Yes,
to help them. Yeah, with the hope that they will come to you.
Not only that, but that's the way of introducing our party to the people. Okay. You do. I mean, they are asking me to go in that district, but the things they're asking me to do is not for them personally.
For the people.
It's for the people. And when the people see you do that, and you come with a flag behind you, they will answer to that. They will answer to that, and we believe that. We believe in that kind of development. We're going Bapolo. We have a small bridge work there, and we're being invited to do that. So we're going to do that. And then, we're doing a lot of, activities. We're going to be doing a lot of activity in the West.
Is the CMC putting up any candidate in Nimba? There's going to be a by-election there in August.
We don't know yet, but it looks like that is the opinion of the guys from Nimba. But we have to see
that's what they think. That's what they're telling.
That's what I'm getting from them.
Okay. Do you have a party chair for Nimba already?
Yes.
Who is he?
The former mayor of Seklepi.
Jeremiah Yangia?
Yeah.
Is your Nimba chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have chairpersons for other counties too?
Yes.
Okay.
The party is structured. We are everywhere in Liberia. There's nowhere we don't have chair. I mean, I'm not the guy that is running those the chairman does, but when we went for convention, it was like a fake convention. The whole country was there. We have chairperson in every county. Right now, this week, we're going to be deploying vehicles to our regional heads.
This week?
Yes, we have 4 regions. So the first region is the one that covers Nimba County, Lofa County, and Bon County. That region is based in Bon County. We already bought a land already. We got office in Bon County, and then that region got to be mobilized. So, and then the Bassa Belt, which is Maggie B.
Bassa and Riverside.
And Bassa and Riverside. The chairperson is in Maggie B. So we're going to launch that. We have the Western Belt, and then we have Monserrato and the Southeast. So all of these regions, we have, received logistics for them, and we're going to deploy one vehicles initially, and then another set for the women, because we intend to really, really make the women a very important.
Are you in conversation with any other political party now? Any movement?
Yes.
Any political pressure group?
A lot, but I can't talk it now.
You can't say anything now.
I'm talking to
the Omansi Manantala.
Yeah, I'm talking to people that will shock you when they come.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We're not joking. And the thing about it is that you said the party is about me, but I'm telling you it's not. I mean, maybe right now I may be the one bankrolling it, but when it comes to decision, one thing I can promise you, we're gonna have a candidate in the 2029 election.
Musa, you're on radio. You're on record.
That is not going to change.
You're going to have a presidential candidate on a ticket of the CMC.
Yes, absolutely. And then we're going to choose the best person. If that person is me, yes, so be it. If somebody else, based on the
it seems they are hitting hands beyond the CMC and ability could be the face, the initial face.
I have friends. I have people that believe in what I believe in, and together we believe in the CMC. Some of them are still doing homework so that they can clear their background. Some of them are consulting their constituency before they come over. But you will see it. But what I was learning at Clarence is that at the point of decision to say we want to have a standard bearer, it will have to be the best person. It doesn't necessarily have to be most ability. We choose the person based on data, based on a survey that we have to say if you put this one on the ticket.
I seen survey beneath your brain, I CPP, the whole thing.
This is one party. This is not a collaboration.
I know. I'm just saying something.
What we're saying is based on consultation, based on facts. If we pick someone, whether that person is me, whether that person is someone else, we want to make sure that the person has a chance, a fighting chance. So you think that I'm going to form a political party, just because I want to be aligned with different party? I mean, are you kidding me? No, because it's easy. Chief, no matter all the big more that the party they're making. If I tell you today, if I call President Baga today, say, Mr. President, tomorrow I'm coming to join you in the party, put them on there. They'll put red carpet to receive me.
You think so?
I know so. If I call former President Weah and say, man, you know former President Weah is my friend. If I call him, I want to join the CDC, he will put red carpet for me to come.
Is that how powerful you think the CMC is, or that's your perception?
That's how we want to make it. It's not time to bluff. It's not time to be boasting about your power.
Do you have?
But I believe in what we're going to do.
Do you have some of your colleagues at the lower house who are card-bearing members now of the party?
Of course.
Or you stay in discussions?
Of course.
How many of them are they?
We have 2 persons have already decided. And we have another 6% that will decide very soon.
But anybody can say that, man. Marcel can say 12% will be coming.
Okay, I'll give you the date for 1 person that will rock the town.
Really?
I'll not call the person, but July 5th, somebody will join.
July 5th, somebody will join.
Yes.
Who the representative that will join? One party that will rock the town.
I'm sorry.
But how forceful is that person that when the person can't over, you're going to rock the town?
You will tell me. You record this voice.
July 5.
July 5.
Somebody
when
will
the
join.
program is finished, when we receive that representative.
Oh, that lie of man from Monserrato?
You can ask the question of another judgment that my man said I'm not talking. So I will not answer.
Okay. My representative we've spoken a lot about the CPP. He says July 5, 1 representative will join and it will shake the whole town. All right, let's see how it works.
Yes.
Let's move on to Nimba.
Yes,
He's seeing all is not well between the legislative caucus of Nimba and ArcelorMittal, the steel giant. I had the superintendent here. You've been writing a lot. Senator Nyan Twine has been speaking, giving the caucus.
Okay, so you can put a video down soon. I said, but Doc, you hear your PL, right?
Yes,
Yeah, some type of things. We'll come back to that video, but we just want the segment of the CMC to actually play. I really enjoyed the interview, and I like the way he talked about the structure of the party, the women's Congress chair lady, Miss Alice Pesa. She was just appointed, and she's in the Magibi area, and we are doing a lot of big things in Magibi. We are making big moves. CMC is making big moves in Magibi. So majority of the counties that are lacking behind will be, targeting those counties. And CMC operate very differently. So they did a steady structure, and most of the counties that have been lacking, but they show more interest in CMC. Bon County, right? Bon County, Magibi, and the Western Belt area. So, if you want to come do some development in your area, you need to start showing more attention to CMC, especially the people in the Southeast. Although I heard that they're going to be going to Grand Judah as well. So Lofa County also as well. So, just show more interest. But, the more I know we will tackle the entire Liberia. I feel that from now to 2029. Because when the app comes up, a lot of people will be gearing towards the citizen movement for change. When our data is played, we'll see all the counties that have more members with us, and then we'll start targeting those counties and changing the lives of Liberian people. Everything in CMC is very different. We are not the regular political parties in Liberia. Our structures are different. He said the politics is different. We are engaged in development. We have started a preliminary work in District 5, Magibi, and it's about to go on. The people of Magibi are going to be blessed. The reason why we in CMC is different, we first we said we don't want to be like the other party. Oh, I promise you that. I promise you that. Then when they get back, they put on, they not promise like they promise can be delivered. Yes, they put out with the promises. So we just show you and say, oh, this is what we can do, and then if you give us the opportunity to take leadership in the country, like bro, be developed. In 6 years, like bro, be ready developed. So it's not hard to do. It's just that the people that you put in leadership, they don't want to do it. So the CMC trying to show you that these things can be done, but they just don't want to do it. He talked about, oh, you know, Benete is the one who is he has the money to run the party. Chairman, the PR answered that, but I would say CMC has set a budget, so the budget is on. That's it. That budget, even our diaspora, CMC diaspora, we have things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be making donations, and we are going to be raising funds to continue our diaspora programs everywhere and interactions. Even when we go to Minnesota, we are carrying a lot of 7 years for CMC. We're going to sell that, and when we sell it, it's kind of donation. We're not going to give the people everything for free. We're going to do donations, and those things are going to help the CMC diaspora, especially in the USA, to survive. That's what will help us to survive, to carry our projects to Liberia. So is that easy? And we happen like a man like Mr. Musa Hassan Benete has the heart to even help Liberia like that. They got plenty Liberian people that millionaires in our country, they stole money. They stole money from government. They can't even do none of those things. They take their money, they pack it in, they build houses in other countries. They build houses, they build 1 or 2 houses in Liberia. They buy houses here in America. They open business in America. Their family run it. Some of them got their sister and brother, they're on board in Liberia while they live in this country, and they're collecting their money from Liberia. But at least one person is Honorable Musa Hassan Benete who say, you know what, I will be able to support Liberia through this party. So I mean, you should give him some clap. You know, you should. I don't understand how you can clap for this man. How many you clap for him? Yeah. Also, you're in the studio, you're not clapping? Yes. How many Liberians will do that? How many of your people who you're putting power that have stolen Liberian money? Millions of dollars on their name. Some of them right now, their government, UP government investigating them. While they see UP government, they're taking. Yeah, how many of them able to carry development to even the country that they represent after they steal all this money? How many of them can do it? But somebody who did their business, got their money, and they say, you know what? I will take some and I will help Liberians and develop the country because it makes our country a better place. This is not selfishness. You could take money and say, you know, I can travel anywhere. I can take my family. We can live the rest of our life lavish. But he didn't choose to do that. So when you see good things, you have to recognize it. And no other person will influence our decision except for us. And one thing about this party, the decisions are made within the body. No one person got or monopoly over decision making in this particular party. I know it firsthand. That's why they call collectiveness. When people work together, it makes the organization, the country that they're in leadership be the best thing that ever happened. And you see, that's why Ghana economy is growing. Because the president is not one person decision. They have to decide. People got to vote on the stuff, and they got to make sure it works before they put it on there. So Ghana development, Ivory Coast development, only Liberia cannot develop because one group of people just sitting down right there and they decide to take the money and make all the decisions. They tell the other people what to do. We all seen it playing right in front of us. And he also spoke about the party. It's not registered. When you go register for our party, we go register as a CNC member. We are not asking you to put your religion. or your tribe. Because at the end of the day, we are all Liberians. We are all God's children, and we don't see tribe, we don't see religion. We only see us as Liberians trying to develop our country so we can enjoy it. We are doing things very differently when it comes to CMC. And that's the beauty of CMC. But I will let that come in because I could say more and more, but I like what he said today on the radio. It was a very good interview. That you can come in.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Grace. I wanted to say that one of the things that I noticed
Before you
about
come in, let me just get credit. I want to give credit to OKFM for the video because they have the copyright to that video, and we are just using it for news and
yes,
information purposes.
that's great. Thank you for doing so. One of the things that I noticed and I want Liberians to also see, and sometimes I think honorability with his humble, appearance, with his down to earth appearance. I don't know if Liberians people see it and appreciate his his compassion, his compassion for our country, his compassion for mankind, his empathy and his loyalty to Liberia. Okay, as Grace emphasized, this man is not utilizing his money outside of Liberia. He's making sure that he improved the lives of the ordinary citizen. I think when they ask him, but you are helping these political leaders who might belong to a different party in Cape Mount. He said, no, but I'm developing for the people. I'm building roads for the people. My thought is the people will see that the roads are developed and will make their life easier. So I appreciate that. And I want to bring Liberians to their memory of how Honorable Musa Ability stood by Mr. Cummins in court. I don't know how many other political leaders were there, but this man showed his loyalty, his compassion, despite the fact that his leadership was being dragged, but he stood there. He stood firm and he didn't give up. You see it now. He has stood. He's one of the hardest working politicians in Liberia. He speaks about injustices, people to the point that the Unity Party took away his business, which is so unfair. I was having a discussion with Madam Grace, and we're talking about how CTN is in the country, Medtech is in the country. Those two companies, I would beg to see their contract with Liberia. I do recall reading from the Senate that the Senate couldn't even find a contract, okay, in its entirety. But they're operating in Liberia. And yet it is the Unity Party government had the nerve to take away one of his tanks that were hiring at least 118 Liberians. Mr. Bill will tell you anytime that it didn't hurt him that they took the tank away. He said, one thing I'll tell Liberian people, I worked so hard. I'm a businessman and I made the business. The business did not make me. But I'm most sad for those 118 Liberians that lost their jobs. Okay. And that's what, he works hard for Liberia. I also like the idea that, I think the commentator or the moderator or the person who was interviewing him interjected and said, so this party is do before you talk. Do before you talk. Okay. And I thought that was quite an appropriate descriptor of our party. I like to also use deliverables before promises. We will deliver to you. He's delivering in places. My Gibby County, we starting from, he talked about going to the Pastor Bell. He's now talking about going to Cape Mount, and other places. So it's not just about building roads and schools. It's also about, what do you put in the schools? This is why we in the diaspora, this is where we come in. It's also different projects that, Madam Grace and I have spoken about regularly. What I like best, and maybe he didn't share this, is the collaboration between Liberians in Liberia and Liberians in the diaspora. One of the things that I have said often on this platform is that they're not looking for, Liberians in the diaspora to be the ATM machine or the cash cow for parties in Liberia. No. We as members of the CMC, we're looking for your ideas that will support transforming Liberia. In what ways, when Madam Grace and I visit these different states, and we do these different introduction and fundraising installation program. When people come aboard, we're asking you, what can you contribute to transforming Liberia? All right. And I think that is something that most political parties would just pay our dues, our money, and they just use us as the ATM machine or whatever to develop, the party headquarters in Liberia. This is not what you'll find in CMC. I appreciate women leadership. I think many people would know that. I like the diversity in thoughts. I like to see the comments and the feedback that both gender bring to the table, because it takes this collaboration. It takes this type of partnership between men and women, not just ostracizing women and don't allowing their voice to be heard. Okay, because women have a lot to offer. They come from a completely different lens, and Liberia has a history of marginalizing us women. Some women just bulldoze their way through. My mother, one of them, Grace's mother was one of them. So it was hard, but this party is welcoming to women. I will tell you that Billington may have the money. I think the commentator or the interviewer implied that he's the financier of the party. But let me tell you something. Like many other leaders that I meet with, Grace is one of them, regional leader. I talk to them mostly every morning when I wake up in the morning. And one of the things we do, Billington is added on our call. And he is very welcoming when it comes to our differences in his views of thoughts. You can tell that we don't hide that from him. We tell him exactly what he's doing and what he's thinking. We guide him in how he responds to the audience and his questions and his thought process. He's very welcoming. He's very opening. When we have exchange of dialogues, they're like how it's supposed to be, as Madam Grace said earlier. He doesn't stop us from asking the tough questions like, okay, why do you do this? Why are you supporting this? Why? This is my thought. This is how I feel about it. And it just makes growth in all of us. If I understand where you're coming from and he understands where I'm coming from, it creates the atmosphere of growth. I have to add to many people who may not know, we have a monthly meeting. We just had one, I think Sunday, Madam Grace, where we have members of CMC. You get engagement with Honorable Billington. He said, this is the time for you to ask me any questions in your concern. So yes, people can say he has the money and whatever, but we bring the ideas, okay? He's open to the ideas. He's welcoming to those ideas. He's not unlike some leaders who say, oh, I got the money, I got to make control. I'll do all of this and that. No, I have not experienced that with Honorable Billington. He will listen. He has asked members, ask me questions. No matter how many times I have to answer them, I will answer those questions for you. And that tells me he's a leader who is compassionate, who is empathy, who communicates well, who listens well, and he's very loyal to the Liberian people. So that's what I wrote down as he was speaking.
And before Asuka and Dag, I wanted to add that even on the meeting, sometimes you can see some people being very rude. Let's just be clear. And although on the meeting we have people who want to join us to come to the meeting to ask questions, and the way they even ask it, because our brains, most of the time we have some harshness to when we asking questions and stuff like that. It's just part of how we were brought up. And the Liberia got a lot of sea around us, so for some reason how they see road or how would the road. But you will see Honorable Billington very humble in answer, and I admire him for that.
Yes.
I don't know how long I can even take that myself. I admire he will still come, all the way they will come in that kind of tension way and roughness of the sea rolling. He will answer with humility and he will answer with humbleness and he will answer one question over and over. And then you see that's the beauty of a person who is a leader.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one of the qualities of leaders. Patience, and he has simplified that very, very well. And one of the qualities about him I admire as a political leader. And we're very looking forward to CMC being a very great party before we get to 2029. We're looking forward to CMC leading Liberia because there will be a great change. Liberians, you need to open your eyes now and take the telling. Take the telling at CMC. We're going to bring a whole lot of change to the country, and you will be amazed. Your children will benefit from this. Our future generation will be able to knock shoulders with the other future generation of other countries. Because what we're about to show you now after this topic You will see the schools that our children are learning in. I don't even know one. Dorothy Adogo, who is one of our strong CMC member in Phoenix, she wrote on the chat room. She said, well, how did librarians get here? How did we get here? She wrote, when we saw the videos of the schools and things that they allow our young children, who's supposed to be the future generation of the country, to sit in and say the training learning. How can you learn in such a condition? I can't even fathom that would be even able to learn in those kind of. In fact, when our home grade I go to class there, you can know that the teacher says, yeah.
Yeah.
They can ask me because in America, Grace, did you say something? Yes, I was asking what you said. But so just imagine the condition of the children going to school, and one of the things that the Diaspora librarians would really bring to the table when it comes to CMC in Liberia, things have to change.
Yes.
Things have to change.
Yes.
You have to open your eyes, Liberians. You people are not being treated fairly by the leadership of this country. Past, present, now. You are not being treated fairly. Yes. You need to join us so we can change that country and bring Liberia to a better place. And so you can give your take on this, and then we'll go into the other segment.
I'm going to be very short.
Before you come in, I wanted to say, Grace, I have a question for you before we move on to the other topic, but I'll let Ansu come in now. Ansu,
yeah, so for me, I'm going to be very short, very short indeed, because people have said it all. I just realized I haven't heard that type of voice for a very long time. Voice sound like a president. I know everything that I know I got group my radio to know whether that person is very low. I can't hear anything good to get
oh God, that's some shades over there. Some shades.
Yeah, so I know it was not like maybe I'm fighting to get close by my radio to get the person's voice out. So I'll just relax listening, and I hope that voice can stand. Indeed, just what he said, just a political leader for the party. When that times come, the CMC going to put up a presidential candidate for 2029. I hope he get the party support.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Of course. I mean, we hope for that, but there will be a primaries, and let the best man win. There where we are. There will be a because we bring you a whole different dynamics to that, bro, when it comes to political party. We did it before. The convention. The first time in history for any political party convention to be on live television, live stream on social media, on the radio, everything was broadcast right in the open. Mm-hmm. So that's the change. This is 2025.
Yes, exactly.
Everything's changing around the world, and we have to do that to Liberia as well. So that's what we are doing. So this is how CMC runs. This is what we do. Mm-hmm. So we want you to come and join us. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. Let's change that world for the better. Let's think about ourselves and think about our children and our children to come. Mm-hmm. They don't deserve to be treated like that. Going to school is your birthright. It's not a privilege. It's a right. Mm-hmm. To go to a school and be taught very well and have the necessary equipments to learn. It's your birthright. Your country is supposed to give that to you. The government have to do it for the people. That's our right for our children to have that. So we just want to say that, and that's what CMC will bring to the table.
So Madam Grace, because it's a discussion that we started discussing about early, before we go on to our next topic, a lot of times we have people asking us, what is motivating us? What keeps us going? Why have we not given up on Liberia? So I don't know. I mean, I have thoughts about it, although not quite formulated yet. And I'm sure you ponder upon this question quite regularly. Can you share with us what keeps you motivated? What keeps you speaking for Liberia and wanting transformation in our country for the next generation? And we have our counterparts who say, hey, why should I worry?
Mm-hmm. Well, Doc, that's a very great question. And sometimes, when I want to explain the question, I will cry, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to cry here tonight. My love for country, it digs deeper. And I can't help it. I am somehow like you, and I'm somehow like Betty. we can't help it. And when he was on this platform, I asked him a question because I know what I be going through within my heart. My love for country is deeper. Look, where you from, nobody can change that. There is nowhere like home. I don't care how you can live. I mean, we here in the country, we're not suffering that. We live in life.
Yes.
Our friends then choose to say that they check out, they don't want to be battle anymore. The fight is too heavy, they can't make it. We just the love for country for each person is different. I always say that.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody brings something different when it comes to love for country. It's just that some of us is just deeper than others.
Mhm.
That's why we will sit for hours and we will work for Liberia behind the scenes that no man can see. People
Yes.
can't even see that.
No.
We sit for hours in meeting when this formation of CMC started. You saw we'll be on one meeting for 5 hours.
Yes.
CMC first, just
Mhm.
trying to structure this whole thing.
Mhm.
And that's the love for country that nobody can take away from you. You can't help it yourself. Even if you see stuff and you say, okay, I don't think, but nothing is impossible.
Yes.
Nothing is impossible if you put your strength to it and you put your sincerity in it. And that's all we put in this thing, the sincerity. Nothing is impossible at
Yeah.
all. I did my bachelor's with 2 children, in fact, 3. My little son was 3 months old when I started to go to school, and I had 2 younger children under the age. They were not teenagers. They were all, 10 and 7, and I went to school. You have to have the passion. I was doing that at the same time. I worked 2 jobs, going to school, managing young children. Me and my husband at the same time taking it, one at a time. Some days I never even used to lay out on my own husband because we working, and then in the night we had to come home and work one job together, which is our business. And sometimes we'll go to bed 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I would be studying, I would be crying at the same time sleeping.
Mhm.
But I show that example that the passion and that the same passion that we give to CMC. Why do I have to get up 6 o'clock in the morning and yet Dr. Francine for my phone again?
Call Liberia.
4 o'clock in the morning, we're having 1 hour, 30-minute meeting before we go to our daily jobs.
Correct.
We do these meetings.
Yes.
That's the love for country that you cannot help. And for some of us, we'll never give up.
Mm-mm.
Because if we give up, Liberia will be destroyed. Because you know what? The people who don't love Liberia, they don't give up. Bro. They don't want fighting because they want their money for them and their children. We fighting because we want everything to be leveraged among other us. I want people in the interior to deserve
Mhm.
the benefit of Liberia. The resources that the country has, they too, that are birthright. It's not only one group of people. And that's the reason I fight this hard. I don't
Yes.
fight for only myself. I fight for my great-grandchildren because I don't know whether they will lay in that country. I fight for my own children. I fight for your children. And I fight for the people in Liberia, my brothers and sisters, and their children. And I fight harder for the youth because they never had the opportunity to get a chance. And I
Amen.
want CMC to give them that chance.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chris. Appreciate it. Almost about how you respond to me when we're talking back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope you don't ask me that question again before I cry.
I'll ask you. It helps me. It does help. It helps me.
Yeah, so Ansu, I would like you guys to play the video, the first video we sent about the school. There's this guy going around doing different schools in different counties and in different districts, showing the people the school situation in the country. The first one he did, I wanted to play. And this is not the first one. I think it's the second one. But if you want to play that one first, you can play it. But the first one he did all the way up on the chat room. You will see it up there. He did that, and then he went to another school, which is this one. Let me just go back and tell you guys. The first school he did was in the first school. This other school you just showed is in Queenback Public School in Lower Bon County. The one before that, he did another one before that. You go up in the chat and you will see it has a blue and white paint on it. You will see where the people are children going to school. They see the kind of toilet they're using. Why should they be subject to that kind of life?
And that's why
It has to be born.
Yes.
Yeah. If they are born in a country, the country has to give them their rights.
Yeah,
and the right to go to school is a birthright.
Yes.
It's not only for you people in power where your children are in school abroad. No. It's the birthright for the children too that in Liberia that the parents cannot afford for them to come to school abroad, but they're supposed to have the facility that will give them the opportunity to learn in their own country.
Yes. Absolutely. And so we're going to show the video. And also, I don't know if you probably will re-emphasize this, that I want to give credit to Roger Daniels, is what I heard you put in the chat room, right? We appreciate the work that he's done, and we're just going to be using his video here to share his.
Hello, like, see for yourself.
Thank you.
Of the Cheeseburg Public School.
Cheeseburg.
Wow. Now,
When you're the niece, you think that's something.
all the millions. Hello, like, see for yourself.
Cheeseburg.
Just see for yourself. See for yourself. So this era is abandoned completely. This era is abandoned completely. And they the folks at the Ministry of Education will make you believe or to believe that in every nook and corner, every village or town or villages or chiefdom in our country, education is top notch. But look at it. Look at this structure.
Henry, what if you keep on sticking?
What the arty press here? Henry, you the arty man.
Education is top notch. But look at it. Look at this structure. I'm smelling feces.
Hey.
Yeah, the stench. This is where our young generation, the people who are supposed to take leadership of this country, this is where they come from, so and just show on that side. Get that, yeah, okay. All right. Okay. There will come in another, there should be another class. You can see on the wall A, B, C, D. So show it. Yeah. The Minister of Education, fellow Nigerians.
So that's Dana Rogers from Hot FM.
I think we can be flowing while we.
It's another class. Abandoned. With the millions and millions and millions of dollars. They sit in Monrovia. They ride those big SUVs. And you see them pretending. What is going on with Jaso Jala, the Minister of Education? I'm sure she lives in the States. She was in the States. And they won the election. And they brought her. They brought that lady. There's another place here. I mean, the building is just totally in ruin. But they're supposed to be a public school under the Ministry of Education. Wow. So there's a hand pump over there. Let's go behind the building. Yeah. We're on the tour. And so the Liberian people can see exactly what is happening, how people are abusing their taxes. When our taxes supposed to be used to impact the younger generation, when we're no more around, fellow Liberians. This is the back of the school, the Cheeseburg Public School. This is the back of the school. You see it? This is the toilet where we come and release ourselves for defecation.
How? Yeah, and to play the other video. Okay. So that they cheese more bird,
Chisholm Bird Public
school. Can you imagine? Look at the public school. You can take that one and play the next video. Okay. Oh God, what have our country come to? What? If you want, Henry, I can help you play the other video. I mean, I don't understand how Liberia got to this state. That the question Dorothy asked, how did we get here? How did we get here? How the people in power are so heartless to allow this kind of thing to be going on? How can that school be a public school in a district? Chisholm Bird. How the train even sitting there?
Continue our tour, and what I'm looking at, somebody will say, I know Babra. How do you call it, Babra? This place, we are in Pengbas Town. And this is the Pengbas Town Public School. Which clan are we in? Yabayong Clan. Former district, Lower Bond County, number 7. For the family is a representative of this district. We have county education officer, we have district education officer. Now, let me take you in the public school. Because public school, when you say public, it's owned by the government, and Labrimpo only. You look at the school. This is the Ministry of Education run school. The Ministry of Education running the place here. I think it's an office here. So, but look at the fellow Liberians.
Look at the office.
Look what they did here. All the millions of dollars given to the Ministry of Education. This is the Pengbas Town Public School. This is where the people, the young generation, the children who's supposed to take over from Waka, His Excellency, the children who's supposed to take over from Richard Kuhn, the children who's supposed to take over from Vice President Pan, Yogi Kanga Lawrence, they're supposed to take over. This is where the state federal agreements. You see here, June 6, 2025. June 6, 2025. So yesterday, the children sat here. This is where they sit, right here.
Jesus.
Jill, come. We in class. Jill, come. We in class. I sit down there. The teacher, they would listen to the teacher. My father, my mother, my sister, my brother, sister is mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that the place. Do you say that yet? Yeah.
Shall study.
Yeah.
Class work. 1. My father's sister is my the auntie.
My auntie.
Okay. My mother is my uncle. My sister is my sister. My father brother is my uncle. So when we went to Maracam to Stockholm tomorrow.
Yeah.
He come here also in the way. This is what we see.
This is what you see here. A public school, fellow Liberians, run by the Ministry of Education. Don't say it's not in function. It's functioning because what you see over there, June 6, 2025. Today is June 7, Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. This is where the generation of this country. Education is not a privilege, but it's a right to all Liberians.
Right.
Whether you're rich, you're poor. Fellow Liberians, look at it. Share the video. Look here where the children sit. This is where they sit. Let's go to the next class. Yeah. So that's what they use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teacher, we want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm almost reset, man. You're almost reset. Let go.
Welcome.
Let go. This is another class. June 6. So where are the kids sitting?
On the ground.
Where?
You have your own chair to carry about.
So for what we're seeing here, not on a grade second or grade 2, what? You see that? Eh? Second and third. Eh? In a second and third, 6 what? 6 period. Math. And you see, at June 6, right? 2025. So the students were here yesterday. So where do they sit? So they come with their own chairs. And they sit in Monrovia and they say they are running public schools. This is another class here, fellow Liberians. This is another class. Why did my mother, why God even brought my mother to Liberia? And now another country. Fellow Liberians, it's appalling. It is disheartening. Where is the county education officer? Where is the district education officer? They are the people who are supposed to report back to central office and tell the people what is happening. There's another class here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the Ministry of Education. This is district number 7. Former district. The lawmaker for this district is Ufode family. Yeah. Come closer. Yeah. That black book. That's what the Ministry of Education pay for, that black book here. That black book. So what I want to do now, I'm coming move inside here. So I will close the window so I can be sleeping now. And you see it? A black boy out. Get the chairs on the bench. How do you describe when education is not a privilege?
It is all right. You can take your time, my brother. Oh, Jesus. Do people have any other one? Or that's the 2? We can hear you.
Yeah, so far that's the 2 we have. Yeah.
Doc, you will carry on this one because I can't put my head. Oh God, I don't know how these people sleep at night. Jesus. I could never be in leadership if that happened. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's true. I'm saying to you, I could never be in leadership if that happened. Our taxes pay for that. We pay taxes in our country. I took a 44 container. I paid $10,000 to get it off. With charity things is out. What are these people using like money?
This is the big sample.
Thank you.
To fool you. Yeah. This is the Pemba Public School. Pemba. Kwama. Continuation of the video. So we're going to climax right here. This is the big sample to fool you. Yeah.
But that's not
this is the Pemba Public School. Pemba. Kwama. This is former, you see the former district here. You see a fellow Liberians. You see it. When you can't see the sample here now, when you see the sample, you will think, yeah, Ministry of Education, yeah, show the light, right? The other words, you don't see it. Yeah, Minister of Education. They big sample and they tell you what they pay for this sample here. You're not to print it, you're not believe it. So we're gonna conclude, folks. We gotta go. Our time.
Yeah. Doug, you need to speak, Yamati.
Yes. I'm heartbroken, broken. I'm sad, when because one of the places that is dear to my heart is for my district. I grew up in that district. I usually, when I visit Liberia, I go to that district. This is where Bon Mines is located in Fuma district in Buck County. So I'm going to talk about that, but overall, the theme of what we saw on the video, the first school being in Cheesemanburg. I mean, when you get a name Cheesemanburg, just think, my God, Cheesemanburg. That's some kind of big school with some kind of, big area with people who are respecting knowledge and education and want our future generation to be better. But it's so disappointing when you look at the video. I don't know if, I did some research and I'm thinking as you guys are talking, the 12th president of Liberia, his name was Joseph James Cheeseman. I don't know if this is related to the school.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, even though he was born in Indina Bassa, he was from a rich family here. He was very popular within the Trui party. Okay, the Trui party which dominated Liberia for a long time. And Cheesemanburg is located along the St. Paul River in Bomi County. It will behoove you and confuse you, Grace, to know that in 2018, on the Ministry of Financial Affairs website, that area got 9.8 million because they opened a landfill and called it sanitation area in our country. $9.8 million in 2018. Where did the money go that we are seeing schools? We are seeing a school like that, which I believe is probably a replica of the schools in that area. You were just talking about $10,000 that you had to free, you had to pay taxes to free your container. I'm talking about $9.8 million was given to this area. Where did our money go? Obviously, not to the school. Okay, obviously not to the next generation. So what are some of the things that I noticed? They just, the guys went to this space. They say it was just abandoned. They have spaces that they did not utilize it. It wasn't even conducive for a chicken to be in, let alone a goat or a cow. Okay, in my opinion. They were using, Colombo window type, which is something that I maybe when I was in Liberia, I went to a school that was supported by the Germans. One of the top schools was Spontan School in Liberia. So when I see Colombo blocks in school, it can bother me so much because when you are
We never had that, dog. We have windows.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking. So where did the people come from with these Colombo blocks? Because education, in order for you to learn, it's a process. It relates to the kind of air, the kind of heat, the type of odor that you receive in the room, the space that you sit in, the conduciveness of education. That will determine how you perform in school. So if these kids are blocked by these Colombo block type window, they don't have nowhere to sit, they're smelling feces, how are they supposed to perform? How are they supposed to do well? And some of these odors is what trigger some of the health concerns of these students. So when you sit and say, oh, they're going back to school, or some of them when they got this fear of going to school, or some of them they are not learning at all, that's the reason why, because it could trigger their asthma, their allergy, their respiratory problems. And nobody pays attention to those relationships with the learning process and how those students are stimulated to learn. This is our next generation. I don't understand why it does not make sense that we are not paying attention to those things. So I can see why things are abandoned. I can see why maybe the students don't go to school. I can see why they drop out of school quite early. I can see why, the schools, they got the nerve to put, I wrote down in the one informal district, they had the nerve to say, reading first, reading what school? Reading first school, and big sample, reading first school. I also want to talk about what are the goals and objectives of this government? I'm not going to just limit this question only to the Minister of Education. I will limit this government, knowing that our education system was described as a mess by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, okay? Knowing that. So this government, to me, should have had a plan. When the president goes and see, like you said, Madam Grace, that it will not be you, it will not be me. You have to have plans and objectives. I want you to tell me how many schools are in all of these districts. What are your performance level? What are your equipments that you have in these schools? Why have a school that is built out of mud and you can't even, you even got benches in there? The noise is such, because I've been in that classroom before. When you get an open kind of classroom, when one teacher teaching in one, the other teacher, you can hear everything. The noise just be passing. How are you supposed to learn? You know? So it's just terrible that the president, to me, is supposed to be asking every day, what are your needs in terms of evaluating these schools? Are there ways to consolidate these schools so that we can have at least one good school in the district? We don't have to have schools all over the place with these BB sign all over saying Ministry of Education or Reading First School, or Reading What School? How do you make sure that this place is a Reading First School? You know, you just put the sign to malign the librarian people to make us think that you're doing something. You know, it's very upsetting to me. So I will stop here. You know, being in education, I know exactly how you measure performance in school, and certainly all of these things I talk about: pollution, air, distraction, inability to find a good place to sit. All of those things distracts and they hinder learning. That's why I want to stop, Chris. I'm too mad about it.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know why you, because you in education. How is it that how these people expect these children to learn in such an environment? And just what you said, how I cannot. I'm afraid that my 13-year-old son sees this. He would probably tell me, "Say, Mommy, I will never come to Liberia." I'm telling you, how they expect these people to learn in such a condition. These little children, and then the Colombo, it gives me some of the fire hustle. I cannot even sit in that place. Thank God they got doors, because I leave anything they drink and run. True, because how you got Colombo, I never experienced that when I was in Liberia going to school. I went to JJ Roberts, UMS. It's the school that we adore. It was made for you and me. JJ Roberts, UMS. We love the. I went there. I went to Nigeria Mission. I went to BW Harris School. AMC. I never experienced. I mean, when I saw the video on Wednesday, I was like, wow. On Tuesday, actually, I was like, wow. The Pengba Town Public School. And look at the signboard that rusty. You get even the I can tell you the school will be bad. The signboard, when you enter in the country, you see that signboard, you will say, oh no, you will be just thinking that I expecting something worse. You know, they got a country education officer, they got a district education officer. People taking pay.
Money, yeah.
They all taking pay. Look at the millions. Look at the millions we're talking about what they get. They all taking pay. How you expect the future generation of leaders of our country to be treated this way? How y'all can even live for yourself? And I will ask Jaso Jala, you know, I know you put the question to the country and the government, but Jaso Jala, what are you doing? Do you even have the mindset to let that change? Because your children here in the States. So I guess you don't even care. And that's why you need leaders that have empathy, compassion, that for country, that love the country with sincerity. Because your leaders, your God, I don't think they have, no leader will love the country and the condition will be like that for our children. Those children are supposed to take power. In 10 to 20 years, they're supposed to be leading Liberia. Liberia is going nowhere. If you keep the CDC and then you be coming into power. Look, that one of the things I would say to you is that I've been to Nigeria. I lived in Nigeria for like a year and a few change. I live in Ghana. Too, I live in Ivory Coast as well. I've been to all these countries. I stayed there for more than a year in each of them. The village in those countries, their school, they don't even look like that. Nigeria, you go to the village. I went to Port Harcourt. I went to villages within Port Harcourt. Their school buildings will never even look that way. Now in Ghana, now in Port Harcourt, Not in Nigeria, not in Ivory Coast, those countries that I've been to. Not in none of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. For the people, I don't know what the plans are, but when you vote a government who had no plan, Joseph Boakai never went to any debate to tell you what he had to do for Liberia. They just went and got a website and just store people information and all what they play, just added it to it and said that what they were going to deliver in the rescue mission. You seriously, I know they did that.
You copy and paste.
I saw some political leaders, the information that they have in a website on their website a long time before they started the election result. They copy and pasted those things into the poll. How you allow somebody how you allow somebody to be entitled to your country when they're not even entitled to developing the country? You have made like brother Joseph Boakai was entitled to the country, that he owned that country by all means, that he's supposed to be president. They made an ambassador to Sierra Leone. Don't get him that. He also was Minister of Education. He did nothing for the country in those positions. He had not even sure. So how you got in your mind that he was going to do so much for the country? We needed a government that will hit the ground running. Just CMC running right now. We need a government to hit the ground. Boom! They had a place, everything in place to continue to develop the country. In this almost 2 years, we're supposed to be seeing major development in Liberia already.
Mm-hmm.
Look at schools that carry our children. A child is pregnant in a man's stomach right now. When they open the eye like bro, they want to do, they say, heck, what did I come to do here? Want me to this place?
Please send me back.
Send me back to where I'm coming from. Yeah.
Yes.
You're disgracing the country. You're disgracing the country. You're continuing to disgrace that people. It's sad.
And I wanted to just add before Ansu comes in. Initially, when the government took place, I did read in the paper, and sometimes I just do that leisurely, that the Minister of Education took a tour of the country. I think you guys heard of it, that she said she was touring the country to see the conditions of education in schools in the different counties. I never heard her come back to make a report to the Liberian people and say, this is what I saw, this is what my intentions are, this is how we are going to do. And this is what a transparent and a serious government will do. You will come back and maybe you will make that report to the government, to the president. If the president doesn't share with the Liberian people, make it your duty. Because today or tomorrow we'll ask you how we're asking you now. What are you using as performance measurement? Why are these schools open? How many students are going there? Are these district officers still being paid? What are they doing? How do you measure their performance? At the end of the day. So those are the questions that we need you to speak to the Liberian people about in a transparent way. That's all we're asking.
And how can the children sit on the floor and learn? Even on one of the two benches they had there, I was sitting on that bench and my back was hurt because you have to be writing. I just don't, I feel sorry for the youth of Liberia, man. I feel sorry for our people. It is very sad. These people have nothing to give the Liberian people. They have no report to give. Jaso Jala, when she passed around just to show she was working, and until today, we have not heard anything from her. They gave millions of dollars in the education budget. We don't know what they did with that money. And that's the investigation Liberian people looking for Joseph Boakai government to be doing. Seriously, that's the reason why even the whole bringing of the capital project is. Because, real stealing going on in the country. And nothing is being done about it. So the people definitely no investigation should go on for anything. The people have no expectation whatsoever when it comes to the government doing anything better for the country for now to the 6 years for 2029. I don't have any expectation. These people are shown to the Liberian people that they are not able to lead this country. They don't have it. They just don't have it. They have no love for country. They have no love for country. They don't even have the expertise. Most of them, I don't know where they got the different certificates and whatsoever they got that they're sharing around here. So when they show their degree, they say they went to school for 6 months to get bachelor. I never saw in my life that anybody went to school. That when I asked my Miller's University president, how the heck one woman in a ministerial position, she's a minister of most, she took 6 months or 3 months to get her bachelor degree. How you allow me to stay here for 3 years? Yes. 4 years because I had late credit, so I had to do things. How you allow me to stay here? I never knew that the people got shocked to the thing.
If that's
yeah, that's the leadership in the country, so they're confused. They will come here and dance for no permanent seat. That's how confused they are. Yes. Hey, like people. How,
It's
like,
no,
what you
it's so,
go ahead, Ansu.
yeah, it's so, it is so disheartening, that I was just seeing Madam Grace, and two person, two person, the people really hope on and dependent. They say, will depend on you people to go for the change. The men who they elected to represent them to the house, then overall, the men who they took the post to executive, the two individuals turn the people down. Fully, that 40 minutes, and the men who stood up to that in the House of Representative and said that Lagos talk and told the judge, Yamagbe say, oh, I see him hot saga. That 40 minutes.
Yes.
You don't want to talk the 25 million and tell them to move Speaker around here, Speaker Kofa. At the same time, earning close to 16,000 United States dollars, elected by the people to go and represent them to the House of Representative. I don't know whether you even been back in Bon County to even visit that area, but he off totally. He just in Monrovia collecting money, talk to the 5,000 to most people, and they're taking a benefit and other stuff. So that's the 40 men who stood and hold microphone and said that they could talk. So this thing just expose him, and I think the people from Bon County they see it clear. Then it comes now to the president. Yesterday they had I don't know what kind of award and what, and he and I heard that the president pushing government official to sign performance contract. I don't know. As Mr. President, people should sign performance contract. You have the power in your hand to dismiss. Yes, this education minister, right? If you look for to dismiss, let me start naming it for you now. Go to that education ministry, dismiss that woman, dismiss her from there. Go to the disaster management team, dismiss that man from that place. You don't know put it to dismiss. People right under your government, in your hand, you see the performance. It's clear. Very, very clear. For the in our house, for the who the put elected. He said, oh, they got to in our place there. Because we finish receiving money. Tell the people that in Bon County, see that place the children going to school. Sitting on the floor as a sitting love. You go back home. Then the education minister, just what that the Richardson said, she went on the tour, she came in Monrovia, just in her office with her photo shoot, and finish forgetting her what she's supposed to do, and the president told him about to sign performance contract. So he's looking for people to dismiss, go and dismiss the people there, go to education ministry, dismiss that woman from there, go to disaster management. Yeah,
you said she did photo shoot?
Photo shoot, all they do. Photo shoot in your office and doing photo shoot and send it to her children in the US. Why can you appoint people who live here with the people? Eat there with them, do everything here with them. No airport the people. That woman had it been. That one visit, that's the end. And they just expose the government. If we were to see when Mr. Biden went on that trip in Maggie, Madam Grace and Dada Regency, there are things worse than this. Very bad off. Very, very bad off. But again, it rests on the people to see. 40, he was there saying, oh, that we are Lagos to see your district. See where the people, see the people that elected you to go and represent and see your district there. He just for collecting money. Put the money here collecting. He just go back to his district. He just here collecting money and staying right here. So, as I said, the two people just disappointed people. The president dismissed some people. They working. Go to that place, dismiss that woman for the education ministry, dismiss the disaster management team. It raining now in Monrovia. That's small rain, that's small water taking poor houses. They working. Go to that police headquarters, dismiss the police director. You get people dismiss, you see performance contract. That's it, Madam Grace.
Yeah, I mean,
and I want to just add, for the family, I read that he took some money and gave and bought bikes for the youth, supposedly youth, and for our future generation. And in my head, I'm wondering who's advising him. Why we know that riding bikes and being a bike driver how it contributes to a lot of injuries for our people, especially we're not thinking now neurological injuries, because once you hit and you fall, you hit your head. You know, we see why a lot of our young men are suffering in the country. Riding acting all day can even contribute to you getting hernia. Okay. So you would think that the money that he takes to invest, and then we never know who the children are reporting that money to either. Is it for them? Or are they
Well,
reporting?
you know that the agency, when the money plenty, you don't know you don't know how to spend it. Either the money too much on our ball.
Yeah.
Don't mean the most
What
people out of the
happened?
IRJ, they're receiving small money, small money. So the money was too much on him.
Yeah.
And then the RIJ, what they say, it was alleged. The talk is in the street that money they even pay them to RIJ. You know that money now the district, the district money. I know the agriculture fund or something that they're getting. When they want to go ask
District development fund.
the district development fund, they ask them about, but why was district development fund? Say, but they want to give to RIA for the speaker removal that was district development fund. No, like bro, it's in serious. It's funny, but it's really not funny. Like bro, it's in
Yes.
serious trouble. If you don't wake up in Liberia to change the lives of your children, even your own life before God call you, then he left for you. If you don't wake up to change the lives of your future generation, and even your own life, then you leave your own to go. You need to open your eyes. You need to open your eyes. That you want to say something else before we change the topic, yeah?
And see who's working in the interest of our children, our people. That's when we call it, when we come on this show, we ask you to wake up, keep your eyes open. This is not about giving you bike to ride that you probably, maybe, I don't know how long you keep the bike for, who you reporting the money to, how you get injured on the bike, whether you get burned from the exhaust pipe, whether you get you have a fall that will impact your neurological functioning, you know, whether you get hernia, how you be a young person, and then down the road, how are you going to be a healthy person to contribute to our country? So let our parents, your parents, that you yourself, you call yourself youth, open your eyes. Vote for people who will contribute to educating you. Okay, educating your next generation, because we and both for people that tell you, know why educating the next generation that will come here, it's not because of today, but tomorrow. Who are we going to leave our country to?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we talk to you and speak to you on this show regularly.
Yeah, so Ansu, I think you should open the lines and then
Yeah,
quickly
that's a few calls.
and talk about the rest of the stuff we need to talk about, because we stay a little late tonight, because we have to put closure on certain things, you know, just quickly for another 15 minutes. So take some calls. You can take like 5-6 calls. That's what people tell how they feel about the school system in the country.
So you can call me on plus for those of you funding the program live on our that's our the CMC page. You can call me on plus 231 776 927472 plus 231 776 927472. Or you better say call 0776 92 7472. You can call to participate and be live right here on Truth FM 96.1. Yeah, so if you're up and monitoring the program, it is a number for you to call on 0776 927472. If you find us by Facebook, it's plus 231 776 927472. All right, so call and participate. Yeah, and share the platform with us this morning. Let's hear from you. For those of you who monitor
I
us,
need to call you because tomorrow night the meeting we need money. That I think the run will be booked. We
yeah, yeah.
When it's time for the money tomorrow, you see them calling in plenty. You ain't calling to in fact the people who calling tonight, they will have first chance tomorrow.
Exactly. So 0776 927472 numbers for you to call plus 231 776 927472. Call this morning and be live here on
Is
the
there in there?
Yeah, on Truth FM 96.1 0776 927472. All right. So while we're on the callers, indeed, we have a caller right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Henry. My name is Brother Sonia. I call you from And I say, who feel better time to be specific?
Go ahead.
I could earlier on the few days and made a friend with you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Related to the story, I just heard. I'm a visual impaired in a way. I didn't see it, but I heard my sisters and all the other people when they were going carry the video around. I felt too discouraged. If I'm staying on the ground to learn, what am I going to learn? In the first place, I'm actually in a comfortable area. How can I learn? Those schools, I'm really thinking whether they got qualified teachers. See, that's one of the things, whether they have qualified teachers. Because if the school is way down like that, look at how our sister described it, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria. She didn't see any school that resembles those schools that in our country here that education ministry is saying we are doing it well. Why do you play for all of us like this? I felt too discouraged when I sat by the radio and listened keenly. I felt too discouraged. I hope we can get somebody that will change all of these things.
Okay. All right. Okay, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for calling. They put your qualified teacher. You see, one thing the teacher put your sister and your own.
Sister.
That was too funny. Your sister like who your sister.
Okay.
Good morning.
That colony.
Good morning.
Please.
0776-9274-72. 776-9274-72. Let's pick up this caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm grateful for your studio, my brother and sisters, and my girlfriend for the time you are bringing the head to head services to the country. And may God bless you. I'm Robert Fremont, and I call in from all the way here, Debbie Junctions, to be precise, the screen number 6. Okay, I'm over listening to some critical analysis from my brother in his studio and our sisters in studio. Well, for me, this is why Liberia will take time to go somewhere. Maybe in a mistake when we all lead the planet Earth and new Liberia come back again because we are envious. I always listen to Big Brother Things divide against his brother Josh Weah. You will never see a particularly as a Moajan to go into fraud. You will never see Didier Juba and Solomon Kalum. And you will never see Wanko Kanu and Gigi Okocha. When you find it with James Sadiba, always with Josh Weah. Something is in place, they have to stop. Then we go to the education. I can tell anybody 25 years ago the education system was in Liberia. It is not now. I remember 95 to 96 to come down, we were wearing short trousers, we were in 6th grade. We were fast. Nothing to be seen. We go to school, we were haircut. Saturday, after brushing our uniform and hang it up. When we come from church, we look aesthetic got to reflect the mind. Have devotion and sleep early in the morning, 5 o'clock. Get ready to go to school. The only thing you will have your cup of tea and your library and all those things to go to school. Now this time you want teacher who don't have lesson teaching in school.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, the education minister were at the system. Just anyone worker, you didn't go to modern school, you went to a school when Liberia was in system, when culture was in system, when measurement did not again here. All country, when you came to learn in a country, you are not a stranger. Because they say you are the most experienced, longest serving politician. Please, Joseph Walker, will not get our loyalty to you and listen to you, but we pledge allegiance to our country for our country and our generation when it comes. Please, Joseph Walker.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for calling. Don't cry now. Thanks for calling. Don't cry, my brother. Good morning. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Hey, the sound is good for me. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Herring, good morning and thank you for the show.
Ansu.
Ansu. Okay, Ansu. Thank you for the show. You see, I allow that and monitor you and your panelists, and then talking about corruption. If you give me a few minutes, I will get to maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I want to just say something.
30 seconds now because the lines all they blinking. Just be fast.
Yeah, look at Liberia today. I want to believe that Liberia came into existence on corruption. And corruption gave birth to this country. So for every leader that come to power, that take even a sweeping job in this country, their legacy is they should be corrupt. Even for what we see, I went in other leaders who were talking about. One of the panelists said she was in Ivory Coast. If you look in places like Ivory Coast, where some of us spend some time, the proliferation of schools you see in Liberia here, you will not see it in our country. One thing we lack in this country, we lack system, and we don't want system. At the University of Liberia, for you to get your PhD done those days, you will have to go in line or online. Others were there, never wanted to go online because they have somebody in the office that can just do the registration complete. We lack system.
Okay.
Other country you talk about the way schools here everywhere, mushroom schools there you see them tarpaulin oil leaking over the children. You don't find any poor place or their places. Their things are well arranged and they are part of government policy because that system started from the day of independence.
Okay.
So the problem here is a problem that it's not just starting today. You know, we have had leaders that we have moved on. One was Eddie Joseph Selling. Let me just take my word. Angola Gardner speaking to you here. I live in Habel Firestone. I can be called, I will say something. Even George Weah. We are trusting George Weah. We've been disappointed. The hope of Liberia is dashed down. They said William Ruto was corrupt because I saw in 1972, 73 students that went to school those days. There were no plenty schools all around here.
Okay.
But you see school everywhere. But government at that time there was system. The legal system was in place. They said he was corrupt. They killed him. But where is corruption today? Has corruption left Liberia?
Let's just hold that. Yeah, let's just hold that and get to the final caller. It will be our last caller. If there's a call coming in, if no, get back to our panelists. If call is coming 0776 9274 72 plus 231 776 9274 72. Since no call, we'll get back to okay. Your last caller. Just hit it. Go to the point, please. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Brown Clock.
Go ahead. No time. Go ahead.
There was the representative who want to appear today, appeared at the ministry today.
Okay, so we'll go through that development for you. The lawmakers, whether they appear, Temple Justice today, we'll go through, if possible. We will just run through for you quickly. But we're going to hold the callers there and get back to our panelists. Dr. Richardson, Madam Grace.
Yes. Answer, you want to first of all answer that guy because you in Liberia. I know they did the court is started. Proceedings are going on.
Yeah. They will be closing it today. Today's the final day.
Yes.
Yeah. Today's the final day on our case, and we learned that so far I think that evidence from government lawyer is about is on the social media. That's the current evidence they have in our hand for the conversation, text messages, and audio from the social media is what the coroner have on hand. I don't will end at the defendants, you know, plea in for the social media evidence in which they had against them to be dismissed, but when the court accepted it, say yes, we can grant the evidence they have against the people. So today, all eyes will be at the court Friday today, looking up to the court as the court come up with the final ruling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the things the caller said, he said corruption started. One of the callers, I think the last one said corruption started from the beginning, but doesn't mean it can't change. And because that's what the country fought, they suffered this massive civil war, thinking that, and they went through a deadly coup that took away people's lives on the pole, broad daylight. They shot people, killed them in front of the world because of this corruption. When they got there, they became worse. So the thing is that this can change. It's just that how the Liberian people put leadership into power. Yeah, it can change. It just takes the strength of us as a country to see things differently and say, you know what? We will take a new direction. We take a new path. These are not the path to go, the path that we're going. So, and that's why we say about that. But it can change. But you know what, Henry, before we close, Ansu, I wanted to talk quickly on the Nancy Doe case. I just want to brush on that quickly because the last time we came here, we talked about that case. A lot of things were said concerning the case with Mamie Doe, Veronica Mamie Doe interview with Spoon Network. And then the other videos that were played when George Weah went to actually visit the family. And I just want to make some corrections here tonight because there's two sides to every story. Although we did not sit on one person's side, we told the truth. Yeah, as you read on the screen, the truth have to be told. The truth must be told. So we told the truth on the two sides. But then we come back here after we got doing our research and speaking to people who know about this case. It's sad for, a woman who her mother or father served as president to go on a platform and actually speak everything about her mother that's happening and made the world to feel that her mom was not giving any benefits at all. That was very, very dishonest to me. So I have to come here back and speak on it. I don't think that was fair to President Weah as well. The reason why
you got the full story now.
I got the full story. The reason why, and I didn't just get it from the man who took care. You can play the video later on. You can play it for the 5 minutes, but I didn't get it from the man. Only from the man who said he took care of her mother as a caretaker. But I got it from, people who knew about this story and people who served them before. And it's not fair for you to come on social media and make the world to feel that your mother got no benefit at all. But you forgot that, when your father was president, when he overthrew the government, this man killed a lot of people, murdered them in front of, and these people family never got any benefit. These people family, when they were slaughtered like a cow, that cow where we asking you, they never got benefit. Nancy Doe was lucky to even get benefit. I personally thought after the interview that this woman got nothing. This woman received $275,000 in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf regime. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf court, as a leader, was gracious enough to make sure they pay her mother benefits that was not paid during that time where the interim government chancellor had left and the interim government were taking, proceed. They were trying to take over the country and everything. So there was some lacking in her payments. But when Ellen Johnson sat down in power, they see Ellen Johnson, she talked about that slept with her husband, which I don't think it happened. And I really debunked that. You cannot say that about our president. It's wrong for you to say that. There is no proof whatsoever that this woman alleged on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And she called Madam Sirleaf a man. Madam Sirleaf is a strong woman, doesn't make her a man. She is a woman. And her leadership was not so rosy for me, but at least she stood into leadership. And guess what? Liberia was at a better place compared to now. Although there was massive corruption, but at least the system was trying to work a little because I went there and I did some things, not hitting on high places that the people I know. I just went there as a regular person, and my citation, my sartorial clearance was given to me. I went to Ministry of Education, they gave me my accreditation. So let's just be clear here. And she spoke down on my Johnson said, I did not like that either. I did not like how her daughter, mommy, never went on school and told them, you know, my mom did not get her full benefit. Okay, but at least she got some of her benefit. She will pay her regular pension. She was a wife to a president. My mother working at government for 30 years. Her pension was not given to her in the very government at the end of it. So let's just be clear. You know, and people that Frank E. Talbot, the brother of president, the brother of the president and the poor temple of the Senate, Richard Talbot too, he was killed. James A. Pierre, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. These people, wives and their family, never got any pension benefit. Your mom was able to get hers. So we have to be clear on that. President Weah, although his leadership style I never liked, I thought he could have done better, but I will not sit here and don't say the truth when it's the truth, because the truth has to be told. President Weah was able to get your mother her benefit every month. She received it. But you never mentioned that. I don't know which other benefit you thought your mom was supposed to have. President Weah was not, she wanted President Weah to put her on chair, or chair or bowl or something like that. That was fortunate for her to even ask that. He doesn't have that kind of power to just take somebody and put it on a chair. Though someone else do it in the country, it's wrong. For you to be on a chair of a board in the country, you have to have the necessary criteria and credential to be able to be part of that board. So she wanted more money. And then you also said that when the woman went, and the woman said it on the video, she waited for Weah from 11 o'clock to 11 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the night. Weah had just become president. That's why your own representative said he had just become president. 2 weeks ago, the president said he had people in his office from abroad. Fina Bono came to her and told her that, you know, the president got guests. So she could have chosen to leave that day and come back and make an appointment and come back. She chose to sit there, she and the other people, and they chose to sit there and wait until the main guests go. I don't think it was anything, but the way you made it to look like it was something that the man was in his office, he just never wanted to see her. That was totally wrong. When you come to the public to give information, you have to be able to give information the right way. You cannot talk and be biased because you're in a position. I don't know what else benefit you think that your mother deserved, but a lot of people, when they were murdered in your father, when he became president of Liberia, their parents then never got their benefits. So I think she's one of the person that got more benefit from Liberia than ever. $275,000, that's a lot of money. And Ellen Johnson said the government gave her that money because she won her case, and that was the right thing they did. So I don't know why you feel you're so entitled to Liberia or money. And I'm hearing now that $5,251,900 is in bank's account. I think 2 or 3 billion account. That's why they sue the Liberian government to ECOWAS Court. ECOWAS Court cannot decide what decision in the country. Period. They can make that discretion on it and say, okay, you want it. The government has the right to decide that. That money talking into power and your mom was selling coin in the market. Let's just be clear. So you never had that kind of money. For that kind of time in the 80s, for him to have that kind of money in a bank, $5 million, now it's equivalent to $80 million. It means that money is a Liberian money. We keep for our purpose. They have to show paper trail on how he put that money, how he made that money to put that money in the bank, where he got it from. Because it could have not been that he made that kind of money in Liberia already as president, being that he came to Liberia as president as a poor man. So we have to put where right belong. And for me, I would just say it was totally wrong for one side of the story to be told, and then the other side of the story not told, and then the truth in the middle. I don't know what
the chairman.
President Weah, I would talk for him on this one. He did his best for your mom to receive a pension. He didn't have to raise her pension. It's not in the Constitution for anybody's pension to be raised. He did not do that. He did not put her on a chair because she don't have the necessary credentials. She did not have that to be on any chair or any board. So you are asking the president to commit forgery. That's what you are asking to commit. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the chairman was on the line, CMC chairman. He asked for a minute to want to make his contribution. So, chairman, you can just place in your call quickly. And Grace taking her she's on her break. So I can just squeeze you through. Chairman, if you on, yeah, you can. Yes. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah, you can be
Then he can
flowing
come
when
out if Doc have anything to say, then because
yeah
once he
when
second,
he
then he
comes
can
through
come. But
again.
I know he will talk about CMC. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'll
he
put
can
you
come and
on.
talk about CMC. But yeah, Doc just say something. But I just wanted to clarify that because for me, I just like to be fair. I like to be
Especially
fair.
especially the one time you ready. All right, he's on. So let's just pass it through. Chairman, good to have you on, especially up at this time of the night. Good morning.
Good morning, and I just like to say thank you again to Madam Grace and Dr. Richardson for the commitment. I mean, this is real patriotism and commitment and loyalty to party. I also like to say thank you to you and Sue and all for.
Chairman, are you there? Wow, he's off. He's off.
I
Yeah,
think he said thank you. We appreciate you too as well,
yeah.
Chairman. We want to say thank you for your work you're doing, like brother.
Okay,
You're doing a great job.
he's back on. He's back on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Chief.
So I just like to thank you all continuously. Honestly, I monitor the show every day, and I'm humble. I'm very grateful to have team members like you, people who are so committed and helping to make this thing work. We try our best with the help of with the leadership of the political leader and everyone else here. We are also trying here to make sure that the CMC is second to none, and we are getting there. But I mean, I just like to always say thank you because it's the best thing to do. We have to motivate each other. We got to be able to appreciate each other for the level of commitment and the contributions each of us continue to make day by day in making the CMC great. So thank you all, and let's continue on this path. And I can assure you that the CMC is going to be second to none, as we can already see um, the commitment, the desire of people to become members of the party. And like the political leader said this morning on the radio, we are working 24/7 to make sure that our membership app is ready, up and ready, and then that we can begin to enroll people into the membership of the party. But thank you all for continuing to add value to what we are doing here on the ground. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful, and thanks you for always being up and supporting the team. Yeah, I'm still getting my listing. The numbers are still increasing. So the political launch of Friday edition it always come heavy. So for now to next maybe next Friday, I will be visiting your office with the full listing.
Yeah.
Yes. So Chairman, let me hold you there. Do not hang up. I wanted you to please join me in congratulating
Okay,
Grace, Madam
that I'm
Grace.
listening talking to you.
Yes, Madam Grace received a certificate from Pennsylvania State University.
Graduate.
I'm
Okay,
getting there.
so,
It's
yeah,
not certificate.
let me get her on. Let me get her on. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's a graduate certificate in labor and employment law. So please join me in congratulating Madam Grace with all of the thing in the world that she has to do. She is still committed to CMC studying, getting a graduate certificate from the School of Graduates, the School of Jeffrey and Anne Marie Fox Graduate School. She was able to attain that. So please join me in congratulating her, Chairman.
I wish it was soon here in Liberia so that I could sing one song for her. Grace, we're proud of you, and we praying that the CMC can be able to come to power so that you can come to contribute the skills and knowledge you've acquired and you continue to acquire. Congratulations. Thank you for that achievement. That is not just your achievement, it is our achievement, because that's something that the CMC needs, and it's going to be very, very helpful in trying to reform and transform this country. So please, on behalf of the political leader, the National Executive Committee, and all of our members here in Liberia, would like to say congratulations, and please extend our thanks to all of those who contributed to helping you achieve that very, very significant milestone. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Chairman. I really appreciate it. I really do.
I will sing you a song. I promise you. I will sing you one
Oh,
song.
I
so
will get you
so that was kind of like,
high order, got a high order here to follow. The more
On
husband I
Friday,
sing
I'll
up.
sing you.
thank you. All right. So you say you were singing that song, and you know, Bash is a major.
That's why I think I
He
please.
has a competition. Maybe
High,
you can
yeah, high serious competition, high order to follow. I would just sing.
Yeah, that was at one time to close it. I said tomorrow's show would be very nice, and I can just imagine what will happen tomorrow. I had to say my piece with that whole thing about the saga that's in the
Yes.
the country right now and the society as a whole, because it's all in America here. I just had to say my piece because I like to be fair to things. Go ahead.
No, I want to just thank you for your analysis on the issue, looking at both sides of the story, because that's what we do here. We like to have finality to our different thoughts. We go out and we seek more information, which you did. You listen to both sides, and we hope that as this family goes through this difficult time, they will find a way to grieve and connect. And we know that people grieve in different ways. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, and that's what I like to just add. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, we have to just say the truth here, and
Yeah,
you
a
know,
balanced view.
yeah, I don't think President Weah deserved that. What was said on his name. I also think that the government should have the information ministry and the LBS disseminate information to the public when things like these are being said, not because it's not your government people, but if the payment of the benefits and stuff, the money collected any Johnson City era, all should have been put out there by the information ministry, because they have the data there. They should have the documents to prove that. So now it takes away from the other leadership before this leadership. So she keeps sinking this leadership because they're in power now, and still they haven't done anything. But if they go through the court proceeding with their 5,521,000, and if they win that money, I'm going to sue the Liberian government, because that money, myself, my lawyer will be coming to say that the money belongs to Liberia. They will have to show proof, a paper trail, how President Doe got that money to put in his bank account in the 80s, almost in the 80s. $5 million is no small money.
I think Grace ECOWAS ruled in her favor already.
Yeah, but if ECOWAS really not feel like they don't have financing, we'll resue it.
Yes.
You can take it back to court.
That's true.
They ask them to readdress the case, because then because ECOWAS ruling it, because maybe like we don't have the right representation. But if we have the right representation, we want to know before that money is given to the Doe family, where did the president get that money? Was it his own money, or was it the country money?
Exactly.
They will have to go back to his pay, how much he made as a president, and how much he was able to save. They have to go back to all the things, because you can't take away that money from Liberia. So I hope you look into that.
Yes. Yeah. And so we want to just tell our audience that the compilation of what you are hearing came from. We heard different. There's a letter out there being circulated, although we don't know who's the author of that letter. That telling Prince. It paints a different story of the Doe family. It's asking people not to listen to Mommy Doe. So it's the Doe family, are saying that, decisions were made. They are following the tradition of, what they do in their county. So we don't know who the author of the letter is. And all of those things are things that contribute to some of the ways that we want to tell the truth about the story here on this platform tonight. We also listened to a guy who was the caretaker of Madam Nancy Doe. He didn't have kind words to say about Mommy Doe, and so it is left in the air. Like I said, people grieve differently. We're learning lessons about this family. I said the last time, this is one lesson that we can take is give people the flower while they're alive, so we won't have all these different stories about somebody coming out after you dead as your way of grieving or whatever you're trying to do. But always appreciate the people who are here on earth living with you.
Yeah, and Henry, if you could just play that 2 minutes video quickly about this man explaining about the $275,000 that Nancy Doe was awarded. They gave her all cash money. I mean, cash in check, and she was the caretaker said she cashed it. And I also got confirmation from a lawyer that she did receive that money, and it was cash. Or her son Samuel Doe Jr. received that money in hand, the check, and it was cash for the family. So if you come and say that our government never gave your mom benefit at all, and your mom, she never was awarded, other people's parents were not even awarded. Petrol Toba were not awarded any money. In fact, Petrol Toba was raped by those soldiers. When he took over, they raped her, they molested this woman. They went to her town and they destroyed her to the core. She never got paid any benefit. She left this world. So let's just be fair here. I don't know why you feel entitled, especially that Doe government, the people there who serve in that government, the children feel too entitled. You should stop. Go ahead, please play that video, Henry, quickly. I just want you to the 2 minutes 23, then we can just close.
Yeah, we can not get the video up.
It's on the chat room. You can't get it up.
Yeah, I think Herman logged off from the system already.
Okay, so he's logged off from the system already. Let me see if I can get it up.
You're in.
Oh Lord, but how you Herman will not finish you log up?
Yeah.
How you do that work here?
I think that the internet will give him a
problem. IT specialists, really not easy to deal with us.
Yeah, the IT specialist.
I have my WhatsApp account there. I gotta log out my account.
Why?
Yeah.
You waiting for us to do? You that waiting for us to do?
Let me see something. I think maybe I could play this. I don't know. I just want to play it quickly, then we can close. Henry is already logged out. He turned on. His shift is not even over. He logged out. That
we not check us. We didn't check in on us.
Okay. Welcome to all of our followers. We'd like to say welcome to
this. This is not a video. The one I want to play, this is not it. I don't think I have it right now saved to my stuff, so I just wanted to play the actual one with the mayor meeting about the $275,000. It's on tape. Yeah. But it's okay. Maybe we're not supposed to play it, but I think most of the people saw it. It was all online that this happened. So, I just wanted to make sure I did my due diligence to come here and speak on that, because yesterday, they're burying their mother is the right thing to do. That's their mother. So I don't take away from that. They're not wanting to receive any gifts from the president, the former president, that their business because of their family. But the power you talk about, like, bro, not giving this woman a benefit is wrong because she received benefits from the country, and it's just the right thing to do. President, we have made sure that she received a benefit when he was president. Madam Ellen Johnson said he made sure she received a benefit. Charles said make sure too that she received a benefit. Yeah, so I don't know what else you want to. It's just I don't know what else. So that's it. I
really like the principal role you play. Yeah, you are almost a principal, being very weird, very strict. The first time the way you engage in, you're a little bit disappointed on the entire process, delay of getting a benefit. The way how Mommy Doe was expressing herself. You are a little bit so disappointed on it. You decided to do a follow up to get the story balance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would say things to your end.
Yes,
and that's the right thing to do.
Yes, yes, yeah. So I just want to thank you guys for joining us. The guys in the studio, especially our IT man, Mr. Henry, he seemed to have checked out on us already. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back here tomorrow, the regular time. So tune in. You hear different news from Liberia. We talk to you about the education system. We talk to you about how compassionate, humility, and loyalty can contribute to leadership. So thank you again for joining us. And I don't have much to say, so I'll turn it over to you, Madam Grace, and then of course goes to Henry to sign us off for the night.
Henry already left the shift before the shift was over. He left the shifts, so I don't understand how.
Yeah, that's what sign off then.
He left the shift before the shift was ever over. But
I am telling you,
I would like to say thank you to the guys in the studio. It's so nice working with you. It's very nice.
We'll pick on it.
And I appreciate that. And Ansu he's gonna be Crown Father of the Year in his church on Sunday.
Oh, I saw that news though.
Yes, he's gonna be Crown Father.
Yeah.
Special father, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay. You tell us about the more you tell us about the qualities. Yeah, let you. You don't.
So you were talking about the father the more dark because they got.
But that's the communication in the chat room, though.
Yeah, but you were talking about it.
But you talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, I want to know what qualifies you to be a special father because we got to start with ourselves first before we start with our country.
You were telling what qualifies you to be a special father. You were telling us how many people going to pin you.
I want to bring churches or council of churches were not involved in the whole selection process.
No.
You got a war. You got a war.
But you will tell us more tomorrow when we come back here. We want to say thank you to the chairman of the CMC Movement for Change, Mr. James Yogi, for calling in today. We appreciate him staying up this day just to support the platform. God bless you. God bless everybody. Our Liberian Point Radio and all the people that call on the show today. We appreciate you. God bless you for calling. Tomorrow, make sure you call because we got to get 5 prizes on tomorrow, $5 each. Or the people who will be winning the lucky number. So make sure your calls are in tomorrow so you can get our father for the weekend and so you can fast.
Yeah.
So I mean, thanks so much. Let me play the.
So you can fast.
Let me play you. Thanks, man. Good evening, Liberia. Good evening to good morning, Liberia right now, and good evening to the diaspora Liberians and all the Liberian lovers and well wishers that are watching us. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow we'll tell you more about our installation program and in Minnesota as well.
Yeah. So let me just play the
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. It's a CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold has come. CMC, for the people, by the people,